Well, I'm Simon Scholes. I'm the founder and creative director of Perception Studios. We're an award-winning visual marketing agency, and we help brands and businesses create content that helps them stand out on social media, be that video, animation, aerial work, photography, graphics, all sorts of different types of stuff. But a few years ago, it became very obvious to me that not only was social media very important, but not every brand and not every business necessarily had the budget to create content with an agency on a regular basis. But social media, and especially video, is all about being consistent. So how can I help them be consistent, create regular content without having to pay agency fees all the time? So I sat down, I came up with a process. It kind of just tangled in with a lot of things other people were saying and stuff I'd been speaking about a long time. I called it How to 9 Times Your Social Media, and it's basically about taking little pieces of your content and making it work harder for you. If you've got a blog, can you do video with it? Can you do podcasting? All that kind of stuff. I turned it into a book. It went to number 1 on Amazon. Who would have thunk it? And it's still available now for like 99p or something, so go and grab yourself a copy. And it takes you through everything from marketing planning to podcasting, and like I say, all the stuff that happens in between. It's one of the most popular lives that I've done so far to date. When I split up the content, loads of people raved about everything he was talking about. Was a gentleman called Alan Spicer. Hello, Alan.
Hello.
YouTube Live. We are live right now across multiple platforms using an app called StreamYard, and one of those platforms being YouTube. How powerful and how important is it for brands and businesses to look at using that capability? And is it more important for them to use it direct on YouTube, or are they okay using an app like I'm using so I can go across multiple platforms?
Any content creation is the most important thing when you're on the platform.
Correct answer.
Any content creation. How are people going to find you if you're not making content in any way? I don't care if it's a phone. That's my other half. She's gonna so kill it. I don't care if it's live. I don't care if it's a mobile. I don't care if it's TikTok or Instagram. I don't care if it's a blog. Live gives you the option to eliminate the friction. It gives you a chance to communicate with your community. If you have a community that will interact with you, brilliant. Right? A couple of times I've gone live recently, just to break random industry news. Any way to do it is helpful. Now, you can go live and splice it up into content. You can go live and leave it as it is. You can interact. You can jump and immediately. It's just, if you're not creating that content at all, it doesn't exist for you to reach your target audience in any way, shape, or form. And then how do they know who you are?
Yeah.
Now, places like StreamYard, it makes it easy. You can jump in, you can add your name, you can add your overlays. It's got a load of nice little buttons that you can transition between screens. It's brilliant, right? And for so long, it was so fiddly. I'll just set up OBS and I'll make sure that my settings are fine. And then I'll drag this over and then I click that. And
Yeah.
Why is that echoing? And why is that replaying? And now there's a video playing and I don't know where that's coming. It was a nightmare. Right? And if you didn't have the right spec for your computer, then you'd have to change the bit rate, or it'd fry your laptop. I mean, it was terrible. Things that are integrated like StreamYard, it's making it so much easier. It's a browser based. You can even do it on your mobile phone now, right? Yeah. It's fantastic, right? I also find that live streaming is a great tool to get your foot into a pattern of recording just not only content, but engaging when it comes to watch time. Now, when I was trying to monetize my YouTube channel, the one that is Alan Spicer, I live streamed 2 to 3 times a week. The reason for this is me being an educational niche. The views aren't necessarily fantastic because I'm putting out 3 to 5 minute tutorials. Here's your question, here's my answer, there's the door.
Done. Yeah.
So I used to do 2 to 3 hour live streams where I'd sit down and 10, 15, 20 people would come in and we'd chat and we'd go through their questions. Now you've got to think that that's 10, 15, 20 people that sit there for up to 3 hours.
Yeah.
Which immediately gives you that spike of 6, 7, 8, 10, 15, 20 hours worth of like live stream hours that goes towards your total watch time. So let's say 10 people watching for 3 hours, 30 hours. You need 4,000 hours worth of watch time to get monetized on YouTube. So if you do 2 live streams a week, there's 40 hours times X amount of months over the course of the year. That's how live streaming can help you specifically on YouTube.
Yeah.
If you're live streaming for those 3 hours, you might get the Nick Nimmin effect, which is they will super chat you for, hey, here's your coffee, or with Nick Nimmin it is, can you do a channel review, or I really like you, or here's a super chat thingy, or here's a donation, or it's building that engagement. So not only content creation, brand awareness, watch time, but it could make you money. So there's no reason not to create content, and anything that makes it easier on you to do.
Does it work the same way with YouTube as it did originally with Facebook, where Facebook are like, well, we came up with Facebook Live, and so it's great that you're putting content and video content natively on Facebook, but if you put it out as Facebook Live content, we're going to push it harder. Do they do that, or do they just look at it as more content? Because there is so much content being uploaded on a regular basis. Is it more just, that's nice, it's another piece of content? Oh, and you happen to reviews live, but it's just nice that it's content.
I've not seen any direct correlation between if it's restreamed via Restream.io or StreamYard or anything that connects it within. I've not seen any negative effects outside the fact that if you're using some of these tools, sometimes you don't keep track of those other networks you're beaming to.
Yeah.
Some tools can aggregate it. I know that Restream.io did for a while, where you'd plug in all the accounts, and then in your own live stream there'd be a little dashboard collecting all of the chats. It would tell you this is from Facebook, this is from Twitch, right?
Yeah.
That you can integrate and interact, right? Otherwise, there's nothing more annoying than sitting there on YouTube watching a restream from Twitch or anything like that, and then you ask a question and it gone into the ether. But if you are live streaming in YouTube in general, it does favour it. It's more urgent. It understands it's fresh,
right.
Immediate, instant content. So it will push that over any of your on-demand pre-recorded stuff whilst you are live. So now, for example, this being streamed to Simon's YouTube, right, they will more likely suggest this video on the sidebar than any other of his back catalogue until this live stream stops, and then it will go to the normal algorithm.
A little bit like TikTok, when you go through TikTok and if somebody's live, it'll tell you they're live because they want you to tap on that button and go and watch the live stream rather than suggesting any of the other. Cool. Okay, that's an interesting one.